that we decided to do our project over was General Electric, also known as GE. General Electric has been in Fairfield, Connecticut for the last 42 years and recently decided to relocate to Boston. Uh, Not only did Boston make a strong push for the relocation, several other cities and states as well made a strong push, but it ended up um, finalizing to relocate to Boston. Some of our arguments for for General Electric relocating is General Electric will sell the 68-acre Fairfield campus as well as 2 floors of offices it had kept for executives at Rockefeller Center in New York City. It will help Boston with financially investing into the new building in Boston. The area is crowded with 55 colleges and universities, including research centers like the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Harvard, and Northeastern University. GE said it was also attracted by the area's thriving venture capital and startup community and pro business state and local government. Officials in Connecticut struggled to convince GE to stay. They offered to purchase the $84 million Fairfield campus and relocate the company to Stamford, where it would have direct access to mass transit, interstate highways, and walkable urban neighborhoods, but the talk never made it to the ground. GE will relocate its headquarters from leafy suburban Connecticut to Boston's busy waterfront, ending a fierce competition among states to lure one of the nation's largest companies. Also, the new headquarters will be leaner, faster, and more open with a constant flow of industry partners, customers, and innovators, GE executives say. Increasing tax in Connecticut for $1.2 billion in just 2 years. Massachusetts will provide up to $120 million in grants and other incentives, and the city will provide property tax savings of up to $25 million. GE is also eligible for $1 million in workforce training grants and up to $5 million to foster relations between the company, research institutions, and university. This move will also lower GE's tax bill. Now, for some of the benefits of the relocation is there is $145 million in incentives, including a $25 million city property tax breaks. Could also include grants, tax incentives, and infrastructure improvements and real estate cost. New industrial era which will focus solely on software innovation. The move will attract employees who are both familiarized in the city atmosphere that Boston puts off. Even though Connecticut General Electric employees were not charged a corporate income tax, that too will continue once the move to Boston is complete. The move to Boston will include 600 tech jobs and 200 corporate jobs. The waterfront view of Boston, Massachusetts will attract new customers and jobs. Boston is in an area that those who are interested in technology have the opportunity to expand their knowledge by attending the universities and tech schools that surround General Electric's new location. Now, for some of the recommendations to ease the transition and how to communicate the changes to employees and how they're going to do the hiring, firing, just some of the ways that they should. As stated earlier, 800 current employers at the Connecticut headquarters. Boston headquarters will staff 200 current employees and another 600 that will be based with them at the Boston headquarters. Some of the employees that are with them now will, be losing their job, and which I think should be the middle management. You have your upper management, middle management, lower management. The upper management is people that have been there forever. They know what they're doing. They're important pieces to why the company is doing so well. The lower management is they're new. They don't cost a lot, and there's a lot of room for them to improve and grow. Which is why I say they should be kept and trained to move up and to save you money in the long run. The way I would go about telling the middle management is by bringing them in one by one, which could be a lot of employees, but take the time, be professional about it, and call them in one by one to let them know what GE is doing, that they are relocating to Boston, and that they will not be taking them with them. When you call them in, sit them down, and just make it short and sweet. Let them know that right off the bat that it's not uh, that you have bad news for them, and just make it short, sweet. Don't beat around the bushes. Just let them know why you decided not to take them, why, or AKA firing them, and just be professional about it. Don't be unprofessional. And I mean that makes you look bad and could cause some kind of drama in the future. Um, so back to what I was saying about why keep the lower and upper management. Um, it's just, I mean, it's going to be cheaper. It's going to help you out in the long run. And middle management, they still cost a lot. They have a bunch of benefits. Even though it's not as much as the upper management, it's um, still pricey to keep them. And I think, in my opinion, and after researching that, it's just best to get rid of the middle management and clear up some payroll and allow yourself to move to Boston with no problem and to start off fresh. And you can hire people from the Boston area, being that it's a very technological area and a bunch of universities around there, so you can find someone to fill in those voids. In conclusion, or not conclusion, sorry, um, this move will take place sometime around the, or it'll be ready to go summer of 2018. They've already started the process of building, but I mean, it's a long drawn out process, and it's a pretty big headquarters, so it's not something that can just happen right away. But the goal for everyone to start and the employees to be able to move in and for things to get going is right now the goal is summer of 2018. In conclusion, after going over this with the group and finding all these benefits and arguments and everything about the business or the company, I think it's a good idea that Boston relocate or that GE relocates to Boston. It's a very well populated area, very busy, and it can bring in a lot of revenue for you. I don't know much about uh, Connecticut and their headquarters before, but just knowing about Boston and knowing what's there, the company is set up to succeed, and I think will be they will have a very bright future in the long run and will greatly benefit by this relocation.